Hello class, this is a video tutorial on quadratic inequalities. In this video, we'll be looking to solve quadratic inequalities that have an unknown denominator. So as we've seen, when we solve inequalities, the direction of the inequality symbol changes whenever we multiply or divide by any negative, as seen in this example. So from this step here, when we multiply by -1 or divide by -1, that symbol flips. However, when the denominator is unknown, we don't know whether it is a positive or a negative value in that denominator. So simply from this first step, if x were positive, keeping this inequality symbol going in the same direction would be correct. However, if x were negative, we should be flipping this symbol. However, since it's an unknown denominator, we don't know whether it is positive or negative. To resolve this, we simply multiply by the squared of that denominator. What this does is, well, if it were a negative value, it would make sure that this stays as a positive value so we can keep the direction of that inequality symbol staying the same. So let's take a look at this example here. So really showing you all the steps in this one. First, we're going to multiply by this denominator squared. So really showing all the steps. The left-hand side multiplied by x squared becomes 3x squared on x. Notice how this can now remain the same because x is definitely positive when we multiply by x squared. Minus 5x squared. This would allow these two to cancel, leaving us with 3x is greater than negative 5x squared. And this can simply now just be solved like we did in the previous examples. So moving 5x squared across, we get positive 5x squared plus 3x is greater than 0. Factoring out x, we get x outside of 5, x plus 3 is greater than 0. And I'm just going to solve this where x is equal to 0. So we get x equals 0 and x equals, moving 3 across, we get negative 3 over 5. So negative 3 over 5. Now, how we know what the inequality is, we simply look at this. Think of this as a parabola. So this parabola is its roots or its x-intercepts going to be at 0 and negative 3 on 5. And since it is concave up, it'll look something like this. And this line is now asking, where is the parabola above 0? Well, you can see here, these portions here, the graph is above a y value of 0. And so it's going to be x is less than negative 3 on 5, comma, x is greater than 0. And that is the solution to this. All right, so let's do another example, and I'll show you all the steps along the way. So once again, we're going to multiply by x minus 1 all squared. So x minus 1 squared over x minus 1 is greater than 4x minus 1 squared. This will cancel out this on the left-hand side, leaving this as x minus 1 greater than 4x minus 1 squared. Now, before you think to expand everything on the right-hand side, I'm going to move everything so that this x squared remains the positive. So it'll become 0, 4x minus 1 squared minus x minus 1. Now, the reason why I did that is it makes the factoring of this a lot easier. So I can factor out this entire group. So it would be x minus 1 outside of 4x minus 1, and there's a negative 1 multiplying with this group, so minus 1. X minus 1 is still here. Expanding this, I get 4x. This will give me negative 4 minus 1, which will give me 4x. Once again, 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Minus 1 gives me negative 5. And so now we're at the same step here. If this is confusing, you can always flip everything around. So this will give us x minus 1. 4x minus 5 is less than 0. So solving this for when x is equal to 0, so x equals 1, and x will equal to positive 5 on 4. And again, I'm going to solve this graphically. It's now asking, where is this parabola less than 0? So graphing this, well, sketching this, sorry, will look something like so. 1, let's just say, is here. 4 on 5 is 1.25. Obviously not to scale. That'd be 1. 5 on 4. So our parabola looks something like this. Now it's asking, where is this parabola below a y value of 0? As you can see, in between these 2 points, we get that y value, less than 0. So the answer to this is going to be x is less than 5 on 4, greater than, I don't know why I put the equal to, and greater than 1. And that is our answer to this. And so I hope that's giving you an insight into how we solve these types of inequalities. Hope to see you in the next video where we take on 2 more like this. Hope to see you then, and best of luck.